All right, Bo, if you haven't heard, Floyd Mayweather coming back into the league. He is going to be fighting Tyson and a exhibition fight on Netflix. And then he is, according to break news, unretiring to get back into the boxing game. What'd you make of this news?
First of all, there's no way you're getting me to watch Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition. Like that just doesn't even make any sense. Right? Like Jake Paul, I was really hoping Mike, like, not in an illegal way, but, you know, if Jake Paul would have died, I'm sure someone would have been sad. Anyway, I know Mike can't do that to Floyd Mayweather, right?
Of course.
Like I'm fully aware that he can't do that to Floyd Mayweather. I don't want to watch Floyd Mayweather dotting Mike's. I don't know what I'm watching this for.
It feels like elder abuse for both parties.
Yeah. Like I don't. What that feels like, and we understand this about Mike, but it's insane about Floyd, especially combined with the idea that he will be unretiring. It just feels like two dudes who need the money. And there's no way Floyd Mayweather needs the money, right? Right? Like
we're gonna find out how much he needs the money.
Yeah, I mean, and
we're gonna find out. If we get Mayweather Pacquiao 2,
because we know that Manny needs the money.
Correct. Or someone else who might need the money. If we get Mayweather McGregor 2.
Oh God, yeah. Look, man. It's one thing that is never going to change. Boxers always going to need the money, man.
Yeah,
they are. None of them say, it's not even like none of them say, is that there's no infrastructure in place to make sure they do good things with their money. Right. Like all the people who are around you as a boxer to get a hand on your money, none of them wish you well. Not a single one of them wishes you well.
It's also a bizarre sport where your best case for keeping your money is not fighting.
Yes.
But also you only get paid if you fight. So like you're always in sit, and then you have to spend all this money training.
Yeah. I mean, the roots of the business are just steeped in criminality.
Yes. Yes.
Like that is art. Like I just got through reading this book about like the Silicon Valley people that try to go into selling weed, like legal weed, but it winds up being this awkward thing for them because you have to deal with some actual drug dealers along the way when you kick it like that. But there are no like Silicon Valley people, it feels like, that go into boxing. No, it's just all of them.
Yeah, the most respectable person who's going into boxing now is Dana White. That is the most. Yeah, like the current people involved in boxing now. Dana White, Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, well, and Al Heyman. Al Heyman is probably the one, right? Like Al Heyman was a reputable man in the world that he was in before. But this is just, if Floyd needs the money, this is, whoo, boy, what an economy.
All right. Speaking of Silicon Valley dudes doing things that are unlikable, Sam Altman found a new low. Let's take a listen.
Hold on. Right fast. Remind people who he is.
Sam Altman, how would you describe Sam Altman? The leader of OpenAI?
Yeah, he's the CEO of OpenAI.
CIO of OpenAI found a new low in his view of humanity. Let's take a listen.
One of the things that is always unfair in this comparison is people talk about how much energy it takes to train an AI model relative to how much it costs a human to do one inference query. But it also takes a lot of energy to train a human. It takes like 20 years of life and all of the food you eat during that time before you get smart. And not only that, it took like the very widespread evolution of the 100 billion people that have ever lived and learned not to get eaten by predators and learned how to like figure out science and whatever to produce you, and then you took whatever you took. So the fair comparison is if you ask ChatGPT a question, how much energy does it take once its model is trained to answer that question versus a human? And probably AI has already caught up on an energy efficiency basis measured that way.
These guys hate people. Like fundamentally, like I did a residency at the University of Dayton a few months ago, and I was talking about the kids using AI to do their homework and stuff. And I'm like, why are you out here making it easier for them to replace you? Right? You are contributing to your own replacement when you do this. We have completely devalued human beings, right? Him saying that out loud in that way and in that room where no one seemed to be aghast.
Yeah, people laughed awkwardly, but no one was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Like the rest of us were like, ugh. I'm telling you, man. Ryan, what's the name of that book we read?
If they build it, everybody dies.
Yeah. If someone builds it,
Everyone dies.
everyone dies. And it's just about superhuman AI and how it's pretty much guaranteed that if it comes around, it's going to kill us all. It has been made very clear that it will destroy us in order to preserve itself.
Because that's the type of logic it has.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, and because that is the type of logic, like, and that is a person awkwardly, clumsily trying to make the point of that logic, not A to B of that logic.
Yes. And by the way, the people who wrote the book, If Someone Builds It, Everyone Dies, are people that are like, hey, we're trying to be cool about this. But
that's the thing is like everyone who quits, like, we're trying to be cool. It's okay, but this is very, very dangerous and I can't be a part of it anymore.
yeah, right. And the point that was made that I thought was most important was we don't know when it'll go too far. We know it will happen. It could happen in 100 years. It could also happen in 5. We just don't know.
All right. Crazy news in the travel world over the weekend. It was reported by the New York Times that TSA was canceling its pre-check program as of 6 a.m. Sunday morning. TSA got on Twitter and responded. This time, TSA pre-check remains operational with no change for the traveling public. As staffing constraints arise, TSA will evaluate by a case-by-case basis and adjust operations accordingly. Courtesy escorts, such as those for members of Congress, have been suspended to allow officers to focus on the mission of securing America's skies. Bo, what was your reaction to this news?
Hey, man, for those of you who don't know, it's a crazy blizzard in New York City, right? Like the idea of getting in and out of here had to be ridiculous. And can you imagine? Because they said they had shut down pre-check at 6 a.m. Can you imagine if you had that 8 a.m. flight and you just kicking it like you usually kick it, and then you get there and that line isn't there? Like what?
I can't imagine like a place where like people are already mad enough about having to travel.
Mhm.
Like people have their angry face on. People don't want to interact with everybody. And like, what do you mean there's pre-check lines closed?
Yeah. Like, no. That had to be the only day at the airport that had to be worse than that one was the first day that they told people they couldn't bring their lotion. It had to be in the small canisters. That was like, I always said, the ashiest day in the history of the friendly skies. You know, people just weren't prepared for having to be all crackly and shit like that. That just ain't what they saw coming. But when I started seeing the reports of people being like, nah, but the pre-check was open at this airport, it felt like the airport was treating it like when corporate says, okay, you can only give people 1 pack of ketchup with their fries. And they're like, whatever. There's still a handful in there. Like, what
it's
they
not my
do?
ketchup.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, man, what exactly do we have to lose from this one right here? No. Y'all go ahead and go through. Like, they was like, y'all ain't gonna make our jobs no harder than they have to be.
We already have to explain to people about the lotion rules that have been in place since 2003.
Yes, yeah, it is like, nah, man, not today, not today. Y'all come on. You know what? Pre-check for everybody. How about that? Because that's the thing for me about pre-check is supposed to be some level of additional security. Have you heard about anybody getting turned down for pre-check who wasn't a convicted felon? Like, I'm assuming if you're a convicted felon that they got, like, some stuff for you. But otherwise, they ain't letting anybody get on pre-check. That shit ain't exclusive at all.
No, I mean, I think it costs $80 for 5 years.
Yes.
And I think 20 million people have it.
Yeah, I tell you this, though. That global entry took long enough to make me believe that they're doing some double checking on that one.